Hello, welcome to my channel. So in this video I thought I would just do a little acrylic set using Alex and the tips that I got from the extreme length tips that I got from Shein. So as I do, sped it up quite fast because it is a bit of a long video, but it is because it's doing like a whole hand. So I just thought I'd speed up a bit because, you know, I find them I think some people must find them really boring. And looking at my analytics, a lot of people don't watch a lot of my videos, so that's why I try and make them really short, because I want the viewing time. Do you know what I mean? I like the viewing time. I want to be able to get to. Do you know what I want? I want one of them YouTube ticks. I want a YouTube tick. Give me a YouTube tick, people. I'll try and make good videos so that you can get me a YouTube tick just by watching my videos. Yeah, I'll get a YouTube tick. I'll be happy with that. It'll be a monument within my life. Right, so I'm just using Peacherbel cover or Peacherbel soft, and I'm just done a little bit on the top of the ring finger. Don't ask me what I'm doing. I ain't got a clue. Just winging it. And then on this finger, I am going to do a reverse smile line. That's what it's called. This is my second voiceover, because I weren't sure about the first one. Because to be honest with you, I sat there and I was talking. I was thinking, you sound so miserable, Mish. And I'm not miserable, I tell you, I'm not. I just sound miserable. But I'm all good, man. Promise you, I'm all good. So I just thought I'd put down my bead for my nail bed. I've done it completely wrong, really. I should have put down the edge of my nail bed and then gone back to my cuticle, but I didn't. For some reason, I've done it this way. It's because I was halfway doing something. So, yeah, I'm just using the tip of my brush just to sweep and make sure it needs some more stuff. Yeah, you can see just down the left hand side of that tip, it needs just a little bit more acrylic. So I just put a bit there. Blend that bead in, blend it. Try and make sure that you don't get any product on your client. So the one, you know what, that's really good with these hands. I wish I had these hands. Like, I could afford to have something like this when I was practicing nails, like when I first started. And it's only a couple of years ago. I mean, I've had my license 3 years, and it was maybe a year or two before that. So about 4 or 5 years ago, you can get them now. You can buy like individual fingers or hands off of AliExpress. But I didn't know that, and to be honest with you, it's a new recent thing. I've never seen them on there before, so I'd think that if I practice on the hand or the fingers that I had or that I've got, then probably I wouldn't have contact dermatitis now because of overexposure, not really knowing what I'm doing because I wasn't able to go to an actual class, to get them done. So my practice and my licenses I've actually got off online, but it's an actual bona fide 100% proper license. It's not a fake one, it's real. It's been, like, you know, acknowledged by some high companies, so it's a good license. I think online learning is good, but sometimes you just need that little bit of extra that, you know, that someone's going to critique your work, look at it and tell you, no, that's not how you do it, yes, that's how you do it. Do you know what I mean? I don't get that because I've got no one to look at my work. I'm actually doing 2 courses at the moment. Actually, I'm doing 3. Gel courses and an acrylic art master course, and I'm quite pleased that I've sent off my art master kit and I've had someone actually look at my work and say to me, this is good, this is bad, this is what you need. Don't get me wrong, doing online courses is amazing. If you're not able to go to classes because of your commitments at home, at work, then yeah, it's brilliant. You know, online learning is good, but if you're able to go to a class, I would say go to a class. I think that's probably where a lot of my issues are, is because I never really went to a class. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm very good at practical, I'm not very good at theory. So I used Glamour Green, Purple Rain and Carbon Black from Glitterbels. And the glitter I use is a Chameleon Medium GB9 no, GBG9 loose glitters from Glitterbels as well. It's a little pot. It's about, well, I think they pay about £7 or something. I can't remember. And they're really good because they're loose glitters. You only need a little tiny bit. Yeah. So I'm losing that purple. It's quite a nice purple, isn't it? I mean, it's only a little tiny bit I put on there. I didn't put a lot. You don't need a lot. See, when you're using like coloured acrylics, you only need a tiny amount because it's quite pigmented. So you only need to use it like a paint. So what I usually try to do is when I'm doing nail designs, I'll make a thin clear coat, and I'll paint it. I'll do a design on that in either gel or acrylic or whatever, and then I'll use my clear coat to build up my structure and my strength. Unless I'm using a core powder like the nail bed colour, and then I don't need to. I'll just use that to make the whole nail, shape it and everything. And Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. I've got a set of nails that you can see there on my hand. Fucking look. Sorry, I love them. They're really nice. I'm really happy with them. And do you know what? I really don't want to cut them down, but my index finger, when I was filing yesterday, I rounded off the end of the tip of my index finger, so it looks odd. But when I do a new set, I will do a video on how I redesign it, and I want to show you that my index finger is a tip. I didn't sculpt tips, I actually glued tips on, and my index finger is not straight out. It curved down a little. I'll put that on by mistake. I'll show you when I make the video what I mean when I do an infill or something. So now I'm using the green. It's a very nice green, isn't it? Like I say, you only need a little tiny bit just to paint it on. So you just paint it on, wipe your brush. Try and remember to wipe your brush. You don't want your brush full of like acrylics and that. You'll ruin your brush and you'll be gutted. If you're practicing, if you're starting out in nails, I would say, I wouldn't say buy high-end expensive brushes, only because you will mess them up. Because you don't realise how much stuff you're leaving in your brush, you will ruin that brush and you'll be gutted, because you could pay £25–30 for a brush and it's ruined, and that's it. You'll throw it in the bin because you won't be able to do anything with it. So I have bought cheap brushes. I did start out with cheap brushes so that I could understand how to try and keep my brush clean. So this one brush I've had for a couple of years, and because I don't do a lot of acrylics, it's lasted me quite well. I do have more, because when I buy brushes, I buy a few at a time. Here I am with my Kirsty Meakin straight file. I love that, it's really nice. It just gives you a nice sharp edge. So what I'm doing now is, I think I am doing, so I'm going around the tip of that nail with a bit of a carbon black. As you can see, I don't really use black a lot, like as in acrylics. When I do acrylics, I try not to use a lot of black. This is what it's good to have a practice hand, because did you notice that I actually put I put some acrylic on the other end of that thing, on the other side of that finger. Oh yeah, tidy it up. Don't want it looking shit. Sorry. Don't want it looking crappy. I want it looking sharp, right? And then the more I messed about with it, the more it was annoying me, because I was like, Nisha, leave it. Stop. So I made sure it's tidy. And then I didn't even notice yet, I got it round on the other side of that finger, and I shouldn't have. I wanted a bit more black. I wanted it a bit more of a solid black. I went round again, just put a bit more black there around the edge. Look, see? Tidy it up. That's what I love about it with acrylics. You can just do anything. I feel you could do more of acrylics than other things. You probably could, but I don't know. I prefer using acrylic than anything, because I find that you could do loads of stuff in acrylic. I got it on the side of the finger. Look, now it's a bit late. I should have took that off earlier. But so just be careful when you're using any products, any uncured product, whether that's gel, polygel, acrylic. Do not get it on your client's skin. Do not get it on your skin, because you will get contact dermatitis, because I know that, because I've got that now. So I can put a set of nails on, but I have to be very careful when I file them, because the dust will irritate me. You'll see later in the video anyway. While I'm filing these, I use my gloves because I can't get the dust on my skin. So now I was using the purple, and now I'm using the green. It's a nice green, isn't it? I don't know what else you could do with that green. Probably maybe make it into, like, I don't know, St. Patrick's Day green thing, you know. Make some of them things. Can't remember what they're called. Is it a shamrock? I don't know. Don't know. I don't know. I can't ask my mum because she's not here, so I don't know. She's Irish, she'd know. Right, so now on my middle finger, oh, you saw that I marbled it, and I put glitter on it. On my middle finger, I'm just putting down a clear coat, just to cover up that glitter and that blend. Yeah, I don't know. What are you doing? You know what? I'm going to say it because, you know, if I criticise myself, then if other people say things, I don't care because I've already said it. That is absolute pants. And I'm not surprised that I don't do people's nails. Because if they look like that, then oh my lord. Oh my lord is all I can say. Yeah, it's absolute crap. I don't understand it. My fingernails look really good. Cuticle work's amazing. Everything's really good. These turn out pants. Absolute pants. Don't know why. Don't know where I've gone wrong. This is why if you're doing courses, you know, sometimes having someone there to tell you that your work's good, bad or indifferent, do you know what I mean? Anyway, so I'm just making sure that I do put, I mean, I will clear cover everything, but I don't think I show you that I clear cover everything. I'm not sure whether I show you that. But, yeah, because I thought, you know what, this video is long enough as it is. I don't want to make it any longer. And I really sped it up as well. And I was going to speed it up even more, and I thought, no, because you want at least someone to see what you're doing, not guess what you did. So, me and my infinite wisdom, I thought what I'd do is, I'd lay down a bead of acrylic, clear acrylic, put my netting over it, and then hold it there. But no, I was struggling and struggling and struggling so much that the acrylic dried, because it just wouldn't stay. It just weren't happening. Wouldn't stay, kept on coming off. The acrylic set, I was like, so let's see, I was getting frustrated. So what I did was, I just finally got it on the finger, and I got a bit of clear acrylic, and then I just put a wet bead of clear acrylic over it. But you know what I should have actually done? The easiest thing ever, glue it on. Should have just glued it on, because I could have glued it on, it would have dried in a matter of seconds, and I wouldn't be buggering about with it. Try not to get acrylic everywhere. I mean, I really made a pig's ear of this one. Try not to get acrylic everywhere. Oh, it's just ridiculous. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I put that on there and let it dry. I had to wait for it to dry before I could do anything else. Look at my nails. I'm so happy with those. You know what? Oh, my moon's. I know. You know what? My moon popped off somewhere today, and I don't know where it's gone. Is that home? I just don't know where at home. So this is where I have cut the things off, the rest of that netting off, and now I've like double timed it. So I'm just showing you how I do it. So I'm using my bits from Crystalline Nail bits. This is them 3-in-1 bits or something. I can't remember. And see my little DeWalt boxes? My old man's got a thing for little tools, like screwdrivers and stuff, and he puts them all together in something. So I'm like, oh, let me have them. So I've got those, and I just put my drill bits in them, so I can see now, drill bits, yeah, my e-file bits are in them. So I can see now where my e-file bits are. So I'm like, ha! So, yeah, they're pretty cool. So I'm just, first went over, I tried to get rid of as much bulk with my e-file, and now I'm just hand filing it, refining that shape. This is what takes a long time, is the filing. But that's what I'm saying, I don't know, I was really struggling, and I don't understand why. I needed more to come off that side, because that side was, my right side of the nail was good, but my left side of the nail had too much bulk in it. So then I just filed it again, make sure that, you know, my tip was crisp, and then once I was happy with all of that, I filed the whole lot and buffed them. This is then buffed, and now I'm getting a piece of pure acetone. You can use pure acetone, and what it does is it smooths out that nail as well, so that, you know, it's got something, the gel will still stick to it, it's a bit smoother, that's all. Clean the cuticle, moves, take your finger off. But anyway, I mean, I've got fluff on there, right on my ring finger. Anyway, it don't look too bad, the ring finger don't look too bad, so I thought, okay, I'll get a skull, and I put a skull on. And then when I was laying in bed last night, I was like, idiot, you could have just put on a bloody spider and it would have looked a spider web. Duh. Right, I didn't have a spider sticker. So I didn't know this, with decals, it has a plastic coating on the front to cover the pictures. So remember to take that off before you soak it. And then I saw this trick, Natalie Mugridge done this trick, but I've seen other people do it. So you cut your decal out, and then you get a jelly stamper. So this is me trying to find one, and I thought I'd cut this piece out, but I hadn't. But anyway, so I'm looking for a jelly stamper, and I'm looking for a bit of sellotape. So I'm trying to bring it in shot so you can see what I was doing a bit. So I've got a bit of sellotape, and you just use that to clean your jelly stamper, like a bit of sellotape, or one of them lint-free sticky clove roller things, you know, the sticky ones. One of those just brings it up lovely. Don't use any water or anything on it, just use sellotape or something. So what I did was this is my first attempt, I think. Yeah, I thought I'd leave this one in because I made a mistake. So I put a little tiny bit of water on my brush and dabbed it on the back of the thing, and then I tried to see if it slid off, and it didn't. So I added a bit more water, and once I saw it slide, I knew it was ready. I was like so now I'm like, right, okay, so I've lined it up, put it on the finger, pushed it, and it didn't stick. I was like, what? Why didn't it stick? So again, I'm like, come on, stick, you little bugger. Sorry. Stick. Yeah, it stuck, and it went wrong. Look, it folded, it had a crease. I was like, alright, no, just leave it, don't play with it, just top coat it. Alright, and then I was like, okay. So I top coated my index finger and my my middle finger, and I thought, no, it's not good enough, because you'd never do that on someone's finger. You'd never like leave it like that on a client's hand. So why would I leave it like that on Alex, right? So I top coated my index finger and my middle finger, and then I thought, alright, I started to yeah, don't get none of this on the skin either, and don't forget to cap your free edge as well. Right, so then I thought, I started to put some top coat on it, and I'm like, you know what, stop, just, no, I was like, no, that's it, that's coming off. So I took it off, and then I started again. So I got a bit of nail varnish remover, wiped off that decal, and then I just baked them 2 fingers, and then come back and I've done it again. And this time I put the sticker back on, and I dabbed it up with a little tiny bit of water, and then I cleaned off my brush until it slid. And once I knew it was ready, that was it, I slid it off. So the only thing I didn't do, which I'd done before, was put water on first, and I shouldn't have. Put it on, and what I did was I looked down it, and I made sure I could see that stick, and it's not coming off, and woohoo, it's done. And then I top coated it. I tabbed it just to make sure it stuck down. So I top coated the last 2 nails. See, the fingers keep on pinging in the way. I didn't want the other hand. Yeah, I just put a thin coat. You don't need loads really, just a thin coat. Yeah, see, now if it was someone's hand, you could say, oh, I'll move your finger. You know, just, but because it's not, you know, it's like, oh my god, it's frustrating. Right, so that's it. Once I was happy with that, I baked it, and this is it, finished. Let me know what you think. I'll leave everything in the description box below. Thank you for your continued support. Please share my videos and continue to like, and I shall see you in my next video. See you later. Ta-da. Bye.